What's up, guys? Today we have a quick video for you. We just want to talk about pivoting on a deal, um, not getting married to a deal, and when you find better opportunities, how to adjust accordingly.
That's right. I always say that in real estate, you have to be able to pivot gracefully or you're not going to do well. It's all about the graceful pivot.
Yeah. So today we're going to look at a deal that we raised capital for. Um, and in short, we looked at it, we evaluated it, and just essentially acting as a fiduciary to a degree with our investors' capital. We just want to show why we're moving to a different deal that we feel is much more appropriate, wiser, safer, many reasons. And so we're going to dive right into it.
Yeah.
Tracy, before we look at the Zillow pictures, slides, and all that, any comments about what we're experiencing, some of the things that we're going to be teaching and
Yeah.
2.0 or anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. So I think a lot of you already know that one of the things that is really important to us is that we're helping educate people in their growth as a co-living investor, right? We want people to be able to invest with us and learn how to scale appropriately, how to underwrite and pick a property that is going to be successful. We've got a goal of helping 10,000 real estate investors get into their first co living property. And it's all about education. And so we're creating, a lot of you know we have a mastermind for our higher level investors. But anybody that invests with us has access to our 2.0 semesters course, which dives really deep into things like this, right? We're going to be constantly providing opportunities for you to learn kind of like the behind the scenes of what happens because this is very common. You get a property under contract and often something else comes along and it fits the bill a lot better. And if you're in a position that you can pivot, sometimes you have to do that. And especially if you are the custodian of other people's money, I cannot state that high enough that when you are investing and have partners and you're investing with other people's money, you always have to be really diligent that you are making the absolute best decisions.
Yeah, definitely. And as I bring up the property, what's special about this one is for anyone that watched the semesters that Tracy and I taught and signed us up to, we actually showed this
Oh, right.
property.
We did.
This is a random one. This is one that we've been essentially watching for months.
Yeah.
So here it is outside of Tampa. And I emphasize outside of Tampa because it's not next to the beach. Insurance is great. No
Yeah, that's a
problems with
good
that.
point. Yeah, we had a
Hmm.
couple people that were concerned, oh, it's Florida and insurance is a problem. Insurance is not a problem in Florida. It's a problem in certain areas of Florida, and I think that's important to mention. I almost want to show pictures of the other property we're pivoting from, but we won't. But let me just say that this is night and day. The other
Yeah,
project though was a pre-existing co-living property. It was already set up for co-living. It already had tenants in place, co-living. So it was nice that it's kind of a plug and play. But this property presents a much better opportunity in so many ways. I'll let you go into that a little bit more detail.
yeah, absolutely. Um, the location's great, very strong job market, very high demand. And we like this because also it's a split level. Technically three different levels. It's staggered. The stairways are small, like 8 steps in between. So plenty of space. Um, and as you can see, the inside is very attractive. Like essentially we just need to put walls up. So it's going to
Yeah.
be a very simple transition.
We'll share
Then
that
in
with you
here,
next. Well, yeah, there you
mhm,
go.
yeah. So here's some of the data, the market data. I really like the 96% occupancy. I know Tracy really likes the 32 days
I do.
to
I want
80%
to get
booking.
us. I want to get us booked quick.
Uh, and then we have Audrey that's working with us. She is the direct point of contact for the property management. And so she's really going to work with them to help us. This is just average data. We plan on being above average
Yeah.
with really leveraging her expertise.
And she works for PadSplit, guys. So that's something that is really valuable to us is we make sure that on every project we have one of our PadSplit contacts or representatives actually with an ownership in the property. So they truly are vested in the project because they are also owners with all of us on the project.
Yeah, it gives us such an edge.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the before floor plan, before any adjustments. A lot of space,
Yeah.
multiple
Great
bedrooms.
layout. Really large bedrooms.
Here's the adjusted, just in the garage. And then we have a couple options with room two. We could move it, but this was a really good spot.
Yeah.
But then the big thing too, just what everyone's always interested in is how much money are they going to make?
Oh, Dustin,
And
really
what,
quick, I want to say to folks
mhm,
too, we have all of this information is on our fractional page. So as you're watching this video, don't feel like you have to take notes or, whatever. You can go to our fractional page, which you'll have access to that link. We'll put that in the description. And so over on our fractional page, you can see the whole project all laid out.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And not to mention, the numbers are better on this, but a couple of the other things, like the roof is only a couple years old, the HVAC's only a couple years old. You guys saw the interior, like the
Yeah.
kitchen, like it's
And we've been
the
there, Dustin's
properties are,
been there, walked it in person, so we've physically seen it.
yeah. So in short, to recap, Tracy, right? We found a better opportunity, basically. We feel more comfortable bringing on capital partners to this than the previous.
That's right.
This newly emerged because we had been negotiating months on the seller carry
Yeah.
and the purchase price, and they finally dropped. So it was perfect timing.
Yeah. This, however, costs more. So we are kind of back at the table. And on Wednesday, what is Wednesday? The 16th. Nope, the 23rd. So the 23rd, Wednesday,
Mhm.
we will be presenting this through our fractional account. We'll do a live Zoom and present this so you can come and ask questions. But we need to raise additional capital because this costs more. And so, again, that's just part of real estate is pivoting when you have to, feeling confident. We're confident that we can raise the additional capital and we know that this is a much better long-term investment, appreciation wise as well. Much newer, better condition. It's going to appreciate far better than the other project, in our opinion. The other project is still a great project. I wouldn't I have nothing against it. This just happens to be a better project.
Absolutely. And then one last thing we wanted to mention to everyone, the investors that are joining us,
Mm-hmm.
we are going to give a very in-depth lesson tutorial, just teaching on how we're navigating this through fractional. I know both Tracy and I are getting blown up about people wanting to raise capital like this on fractional. It is tedious, but it works well. There's a lot of new things that we're
Yeah.
pioneering forward on, such
Yeah.
as no seasoning with the DSCR, to 30 people bringing in the money, like how to time it all perfectly and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big part of creating our 2.0 semesters training. So we did within Sub 2, as you mentioned, we did the Sub 2 first time ever that Sub 2 offered a co-living semesters. And so we're kind of taking that and building upon that for our investors. So anybody that invests with us, you'll have access to that. And our goal is to just continue to pump out the information, the knowledge, and just share with you best practices as we're building and creating, just a really solid, scalable co living business. So, um, yeah, come and invest with us. You can go to buydealswithtracycoa.com, buydealswithdustin.com. That will lead you right to our fractional page. Fractional is the entity that we use to raise our capital. You can find underwriting videos there, access to our free co-living calculator there, our free co-living ebook. If you're not in sub two, apologies for you. You need to join sub two. If you're not in sub two, get your butt in sub two. But if you're not in sub two, our free ebook is what we use to create the curriculum within the sub two semesters. So obviously, it's not anywhere as in depth. We have 8 hours of training in the sub two community, but the ebook is a really lovely first step. So if you don't have access to sub two, you've got the ebook there. You can see the project we just talked about, and you can find the link to register for our capital raise on Wednesday, the 23rd.
Perfect. And last thing worth mentioning, we have about 70% already raised.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if anyone has watched the previous two raises, they go very fast
Yeah.
within the first hour, essentially, 80
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
And so we do expect this to move pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So we encourage you to be ready. Already have your fractional accounts open,
Oh, good
the little
point.
green or the blue checkbox, all
Yes.
that fun stuff.
That's a really good point. Yeah, this is the first time we're opening this to the public, and so the last two we raised in less than an hour, I think. Um, and one of the tricks where people were getting caught up is they did not yet have their fractional account approved, and like so you have to go through the process of getting your identity approved before you can actually invest, put a deposit down. So yeah, get that going. If you don't know how to do that or you have questions, just reach out to us. You can find us both on Instagram. I'm at Tracy Coa. You're at Dustin underscore Geroski.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks for watching.
All right. Thank you guys. We'll see you Wednesday,
That's
5
right.
p.m. Pacific time.
That's right. 5 p.m. Pacific, Wednesday, the 23rd of April, 2025. Bye, guys.
Awesome. Have a good night.